All right, so we are, as I said earlier, back. Welcome. My name is Brian. We're doing the commentary here today, as always, but we'll go ahead and introduce our players. In seat one, we have Mark Chapman from Baudette, Minnesota, starting chip stack of 82,000. In seat two, we have Jeremy Holmes of West Fargo, 63,000 in starting chips. In seat three, Alan Troy from Devil's Lake, 18,000 in chips. Then we have Kim Rasmussen in seat four from Foreman, North Dakota, 82,500 in chips. In seat five, Eric Thompson from East Grand Forks, 73,500 in chips. Seat six, Rose Jaros from War Road, 18K, our short stack at the table. In seat seven, Braden Bach from East Grand Forks, 27,000 in chips. In seat eight, Ron Olson from Fargo, 31,000 in chips. And in seat nine, Lewis Schaefer from New Rockford, 36,000 in starting chips. As I said earlier, we had just shy of 90 players joining us here on this sweltering hot day up in Grand Forks, North Dakota. If you want to come on down and you're living in the area, just to spectate and see what everyone's playing at and the setup and everything, come on down to Southgate Casino on Washington Street. We do have some of our regulars in the field, our Player of the Year, the race for Players of the Year. We got Cody Slusher, Brandon Dosh, and Tom Worden, John Worden. All three are actually the top three in the Player of the Year point standings, and they are all right now still playing. They're still in the tournament. They have not busted out. Brandon Dosh did score last night at Yosemite Sam Reload Open. Put him up there, I believe, in second place now. Blind levels are now 1,000, 2,000 with a big blind ante of 2,000. So certainly these short stacks having anywhere less than 50,000 is probably going to be whittled down here a lot quicker. It's going to make the game move along a little bit quick here until some of these players can build up some stacks up over the 100,000 range. Cody Slusher, I did hear a player down in our research team is back at it hard again. Cody Slusher just busted, so he'll be heading home at this point, I'm sure. Not the greatest turnout or performance he was probably hoping for, but hey, that's poker. You bust early sometimes, and sometimes you final table. And in Cody's case, he's final tabling more often than not. So, and with Cody busting early, that leaves the door wide open not only for Brandon Dosh, John Worden. I've also seen Awesome Bossum is in the house. Also saw Jared Strode, who was our Eagle Eye tournament in Valley City. He was our champion there. So also Brandon Schmidt is still alive in our tournament. So any one of those place in the top, I'd say three, they're going to be jumping up there pretty far in the points standings, perhaps even overtaking Cody Slusher. Also just had Justin Smith, our winner at the Speedway a couple weekends ago. He just bought in. He is sitting in 8th place on our point standings at 6,505 points. He's a good 8,000 points away from Cody Slusher. So unless our prize pool gets up in the $8,000 range, he'll have no chance at overtaking Cody in the points. Definitely like to thank Southgate Bar and Casino for allowing us to come into their bar and kind of look like a tornado ripped through here, but it's a nice poker tournament, allowing us to use their space for all these players to come in. Here we are getting into a hand, and we're out of that hand. Not much action going on right now to start off. Our feature table coverage, we are down to 7 tables in the field. Not sure on the number of players, but definitely less than 70 is what you can imagine. And here's Rose Jaros going all in with Queen Jack suited. Just diamonds. Let's see if anyone else. Nope. Gonna fold around the table. Definitely probably be seeing more of Rose going all in. More of Rose going all in just because she is the short stack at the table, and it's that time of her tournament life where it's kind of double up or bust. Being that a big blind 2,000 will be 4,000, you'd have to pay for the big blind and the ante, which that's sitting at just over or under 25% of her stack. Not a whole lot going on that hand. Eric Thompson picking up pocket sixes. It's going to raise to 6K. And here's Rose picking up a nice strong hand of ace queen. She's going to be going all in, and I would imagine we'll see a call from Eric. Jeremy Holmes picking up pocket fours in the big blind. He's going to lay that down. Wants nothing of it, which is not a bad play at all. Eric will ask for a chip count. It'll be about 19,000. It's going to be like 23,000 maybe. Eric will call. It'll be about a 50. Actually, oh. Yeah, with 2 overcards, Rose is going to love seeing that. Flop comes 5, queen 2. So Rose hits her queen. Basically just needs to avoid a 6, and one of the 6s was already registered as being in a hand. So 1 out for Eric to knock Rose out, and she does not get that. Or rather, Eric does not hit that 6. So Rose will go ahead and double up here. It'll be all smiles for the time being, knowing her tournament life has been extended just that much longer.
You don't have to bother to deal with it. I'll have my hand over it. Had a pair, but they were
That's 1 good 4 corner big card 39819. That winner receiving $15. Continuing
All right, welcome to Dakota Poker Tour. Season X continues now. We are at Southgate. We have gotten to the gate. It's an excitingly warm, humid day. Luckily, we are inside in a nice air-conditioned bar.
Oh, 73. Oh, 73.
So we're going to go ahead and I think we had some internet connection issues. We did start this about 15 minutes ago. We missed some FaceTime for you all. But starting off, their chip stacks are going to be off right now, but we'll go ahead and introduce our players at the table. In seat 1, we have Mark Chapman from Baudette, Minnesota. Seat 2, Jeremy Holmes from West Fargo. Seat 3, Alan Troy of Devil's Lake. Seat 4, we have Kim Rasmussen, no stranger to the Dakota Poker Tour, from Foreman, North Dakota. Eric Thompson from East Grand Forks. Seat 6 is Rose Jaros from War Road. Thanks for making the trip down, Rose. Seat 7 is Brian Bradenbach from East Grand Forks. And seat 8, Ron Olson of Fargo. And rounding off our feature table here, Lewis Schaefer of New Rockford.
And 34. B14.
We have some bingo going on in the background, just began here, so things are operating as normal, minus a massive poker tournament happening. And here we'll see Jeremy Holmes and Alan Troy are going to be squaring off with identical hands. Alan will be going all in for about 11K, and Jeremy Holmes will do the easy call. And they'll flip them up, probably giggle a couple times if they have the same exact hand, and probably looking at a shot pot here. And they both hit the ace on the river, rivered each other, still a tie.
It is going to the rank suits, but they don't play it.
47.
Bridget.
47. B10. B10.
Probably not.
I-24.
And this stream will be a shorter one, just as we've been doing recently. Just putting something, a little stream out there, getting you guys excited about what's going on here at Dakota Poker Tour, update you on the status of our tournament, and then we will reconvene later tonight when we make it down to 2 tables. Oh, and our payout team just came back with the payouts. We had going to pay down 10 places, and our top prize tonight will be $5,135. That's a nice little prize pool. I think it's a $14,000 or $19,000 prize pool. Of course, I believe it's 20%, or the charity that's sponsoring today's event is NDAD. So I definitely want to thank them for inviting us up to Southgate and allowing us to make the charity a little bit of money and putting on a fun poker event. Here we have 4 players in on the flop. I'm just seeing this now, 3 8s on the flop. Yeah, unless you have a pocket pair, you pretty much, oh, here we go. Eric and Kim both hit their full house. And I believe Eric and Kim are going, they just had ace queen together, and they're going to find out they're going to be chopping the pot yet again. And today's booth setup is another closet. Here we are, kind of a closet, mostly just a back office. And we've moved a bunch of chairs in here to build a fortress around us to protect us from everything that in life that can possibly harm us back here. But this is the setup today, and it's good stuff. And we're going to have Brian and Ron both going all in and see if Mark can muster up the courage to call. But if I'm Mark right now, be thinking I'll let these 2 players duke it out. Even with ace queen, you got to think that's not the best hand at the table. Could be going up against kings or aces, or just as we see from Brian, a big slick there. Oh, and he calls. So we will have a flop of deuce 3-8. So far, Ron in the lead with his pocket 9s, and we're going to check around the table. The turn is a 3. Sounds like we're missing one of the cards on the. And it was an ace. Oh my gosh, so Brian did take that down. Exactly why Mark should not have been in that hand, but what can you do?
Did they both have the same amount of chips? He didn't have as much. Brian's should get more. You had 11,000. He had 11. He gets 40, 18, and 18. Both.
Recognizing 2 bidders, regard 79. There you go.
He gets 22. No, he didn't. Oh, I thought he would have checked with the chop.
Yeah, he had 11.
So today was it was a surprising turnout. It kind of wasn't. Kind of a just with it being so hot, you would imagine one of our first super hot weekends of the year, you'd want to be around some water, not at a bar where you've been drinking all winter. But nonetheless, we did make just shy of 90 players today on a nearly or over 100-degree day, and we still have Grand Forks people show out in force, as well as the surrounding area. So maybe it was so hot that it's evaporated all the water in the surrounding area, and the next best thing to do is to come to Southgate and play poker.
Right. I get the 22 and the side.
No, you get 23, 23, big blind ante. You each get one of the 1,000.
He's in for whatever those two have.
Yeah, right. We still got the 23, 23.
Half of it.
Right. He gets 23, he gets the rest.
So I think we are going to, I think we called Dana over, our tournament director, to oversee what the heck's going on here. And I suppose at this point we can thank some of our sponsors. ND80, as I mentioned earlier, is the sponsoring charity. I'd like to thank Heavenly Hog, KFGO, Posh Hair and Nail Salon, Randy's Diner, and of course Southgate Casino. So thank you all for sponsoring the Dakota Poker Tour. We are in our Season X, and this will be our last tournament before we take a break for the summer. And what we can all look forward to, if you've played in the Dakota Poker Tour this year or during the season, is there will be a player appreciation free roll event that is to be determined. And man, it cannot come soon enough, because I can't wait to see all the familiar faces of the Dakota Poker Tour all in one big room. That's going to be a big event, I can guarantee it. On top of that, we'll have a we'll award the Player of the Year, which very well might be decided today, and also a Tournament of Champions. So anyone who has won a tournament in Season X, they will be able to enter this tournament, be able to play for free. And the winner of all those events, the Player Appreciation Free Roll, the Player of the Year, which might be decided today depending on who wins, as well as the Tournament of Champions, there is a $1,500 World Series of Poker prize package up for grabs. So 3 packages for the 3 separate events. All of those details are yet to be determined at a later date. But it seems like we've figured out, looks like we figured out the pot. Our blinds have gone up to 1,500, 3,000 with a big blind ante of 3,000.
Only one big blind. Whose is it now?
Here we have Jeremy raising with his ace-7, raising to 6,000. Or is it 8? Brian's going to shove all in. This king-queen suited. Jeremy doesn't have quite a strong enough hand to risk being chunked quite that much. Actually, he would have been at risk of going out, as Brian had a larger chip stack than him.
Oh, 69. And 39. And 39. Oh, 62.
And here we go on our next hand. We're going to fold around, and Brian's going to raise to 8,000. We're gonna play this hand as a mystery hand. Mark's gonna look down at 3 deuce offsuit and most likely fold that. And Brian taking the blinds and antes with that. Yeah, not much action here, and maybe Mark with his queen 7. Maybe he's just getting bored because we're not getting much primo hands or exciting hands. But that's just the ebb and flow of poker. Is sometimes there's a lot of action and the cards are hot, and other times it's quite frankly boring. But it's kind of like baseball, I'm sure. If you are a poker player, you could really enjoy going and watching a poker tournament and understanding the intricacies of the hand and to the what would you say, the pleb, the normal person. They see cards and chips just going in and out, and they don't understand all the thinking behind it, such as in baseball. You know, you just see the pitcher throw to the catcher and the ball goes back, and there's really not much that goes on. But if you're a baseball player, you really understand the movements of the field, so that the shifts of the infield and outfield for each batter. You understand how the communication between the pitcher and the catcher works and everything. So poker is very much so like that, just on a different playing field. We're playing on felts instead of fields.
And Eric is going to throw a bet out there of 8,000 with his ace-4 offsuit. I'm sure Jeremy Holmes, that's not going to scare him away, and so much so not going to scare him away that he's going to shove all in
for about 50,000, give or take. Yeah, and that's just simply not a hand that Eric would like to gamble on. His ace-4, as he only has one overcard. Maybe if he had ace-queen or ace-king, he would be more inclined to call an all-in there. But he didn't. He had ace-4, so that's just what happened. And here we see our chip stacks. Kim in the lead with over 100,000. Brian in second place, 77. And Alan Troy, the short stack at the table with 8K. And with our blinds being at 15, 3, and 3, he has enough to make it around one orbit. Yeah, and Lewis is going to go all in with his pocket fives, and we'll see if we can get a call. See some fireworks out here. Nope, no fireworks, just a bunch of duds.
and 41, and 41,
That's about 7. And I'll clock in.
and
When you hit your set, you got to beat. Fine. You know.
and 40,
Nobody said what the sales for.
and 40,
Got my hands on the inside.
75, 75, I-29, I-29, E3, bingo out of 3, verifying one bingo, your card has not been picked up, please say so.
Yeah, bingo. Yeah, I know. I walked in, you did the first number, I know.
Strong straight bingo on card number 0362, that will be receiving $15. Will be continuing on forward blackout. Your next number, 069, 069, 063, 063, I-25, I-25, 067, 067, E8, E8,
How much is that? Add it.
G59, G59,
What?
I-16, I-16,
Oh, no.
O-68,
I'm collecting. Like it.
O-68,
Really nice.
O-70,
70s.
O-70, and 31, and 31,
Now you're seeing that. King Queen, huh, Brian? King Queen. You're not to show your cards, but we're going to see them in my 430. You won, right?
Oh, 71,
Nita got one anyway. Yeah, that was
and 45, and 45, and 44, and 44, and 43, and 43, I-21, I-21, G55. G55. And 42. And 42. Oh, 74. Oh, 74. G56. G56. B10. B10. Oh, 64. Oh, 64. B9. B9. G60. G60. B5. B5. B13. B13. I-22. I-22. O-65. O-65. Okay, that's one good bingo on card 98870. On the middle card, that winner received $400. Thanks for playing this evening. We have bingo again tomorrow starting at 5:15.
All dirty?
20 plus will be leaving in 5 minutes.
So did I was all around. Are they all gray? You got one yellow on the bottom. There's a yellow on the bottom. Orange. Oh, you know I can't see. I just want it's a shot that you don't have like a stack of yellow. A couple of red ones. Let the record show it. Never happens. he usually has mine.
Attention players. Please let me know in 1 minute. Attention players. The guns have changed. The small blind is 2,000 and the big blind is 4,000. And the ante is 4,000.
He wasn't upset that there wasn't one. He was upset that he went here.
Legal wedding party now, Ruby. Get all that red bus.
So here Jesse and Lewis are going to go into this flop with some god-awful hands, but any two cards can win in poker. 2, 7, 6. I think there's one more. There's a queen in there, I believe. So Lewis is going to bet. Lewis bet on amount and just going to go ahead and fold, so not too much going on this hand. Here we go. This might be the hand that we are looking for. Jeremy's with pocket jiggities. He's going to throw a bet of 11,000 on, but we're currently folding around the table. And it's going to be up to Mark. Nope, no one else has a hand worthy enough to go up against some pocket jacks. Going to go ahead and move on to our next hand. see Allen folding. Eric will call with King 10. And Jesse makes the hand motion. He's going all in. He'll be all in for about 24,000. Lewis calls. So here we are, folks. We have an all in, and looks like Jesse will be at risk of being knocked out of this tournament. And the flop comes 2 ace 10. Hits 2 pair. He's going to love that, but he still needs to avoid a queen or now a king and an 8 of spades. So that's going to keep Jesse's tournament hopes alive. He's going to double up off Lewis. Or is he going to knock him out? No, he's going to double up off Lewis. Yeah, I think Lewis will have about 10K left, but there's a little bit of fireworks that we've been looking for. We are going to take a little break. We will be back once we get down to our final 2 tables here at the Southgate Casino in Grand Forks. DPT Season X continues later this evening.